All right, guys, welcome back to the Crypto Wave. Quick update here. I'm going to try and do this more regularly. Animal Farm. I did a video briefly when things were launching. It's going well. As you know, people had to sacrifice the Rev token. Once the Rev token was sacrificed, you were able to redeem for pigs and dogs, hence Animal Farm, if anybody's ever read the classic novel. But on top of that, there's already some development coming along. He's already updated some of the UI, he meaning the developer. This BUSD vault continues to increase. It's now 3.5 million. That's important later down the road. This is how much has already been paid out. And then the total volume locked obviously is very important too, which we're just under 300 million. I'm going to try and create a spreadsheet to start tracking all these numbers each day, as I'm going to try and do these videos a little bit more often, just to show you kind of, because honestly, I think this is going to be one that somewhat revolutionizes some things, at least in the DeFi, and it's going to remake people think how they're going to do farms, because farms were popping up a dime a dozen. People were moving their funds into it, harvesting the heck out of it, and then moving their funds out when the percentages went down, because there was nothing that was truly stable. Now, there is one that's been pretty dang stable, which is Pancake. Pancake is an inflationary token. They put as many burn mechanisms as they can for the cake token itself, but either way, it's inflationary. It's still a solid play, and actually Animal Farm utilizes Pancake Farm, and the reason Pancake Farm is such a solid play still to this point is that it's the biggest exchange on Binance, so it's literally doing billions of dollars in transactions and things, and so of course it's going to be fairly stable, especially when the next market starts up climbing again. People are going to go back in there. Pancake is definitely built upon people buying, selling, trading on their platform. And anybody that's on a Binance chain, I don't know the numbers, but I would guess somewhere in the 90 to 95 percentile probably uses Pancake Swap in order to exchange their tokens. So they have a huge amount of volume. Now, Animal Farm has been trying to do the same, or is thinking about trying to do the same thing. But in the meantime, what's unique about this, and let me go into this a little bit for those of you who don't know, all of these farms, in fact, let me, hold on one second here, let me toggle. Bear with me one moment because I'm on Ethereum. We need to go to Binance. Now, I moved all of my stuff from Pancake. I've been farming on Pancake for, since it opened, really. And so I've been slowly building up my liquidity tokens. So other than this drip BUSD, this is the drip network, which is part of the Animal Farm network. So I ended up moving all of my LP tokens over here, as well as my single staking tokens, which is Cake, to farm. And the reason I did that is because you can't beat these APYs at the moment. This is a new farm. It's been open just over a week. These APYs APRs are very, very high. So I'm harvesting a shit ton of coins coming out of this thing. But this isn't the only thing available. So if you untoggle this, you got Dogs BUSD, Dog BNB, BUB is Drip. I mean, pretty much all of those big stable ones and all those big hardy ones from Pancake, the liquidity tokens, you can bring them over here and enable the contracts and start mining with those, or yield farming, I should say. And why is that important? Well, to be honest with you, the unique thing about this is that what Animal Farm does is when you deposit, so for instance, the Cake BNB that I have in here, I got about $2,446 of Cake BNB LP tokens in here, mining at 650% APR. So I collected just over a day ago. This is almost 2 days worth, so it's $32 that I can harvest, and it's in Dog token. That's the local token that you farm. But what's unique about this is not only is this generating, for me, the Dog token that I can then either stake or sell or do what I want to do with it, it takes this Cake BNB that I put in, the site does, and it actually puts it onto the Pancake. So it actually comes over here, and on the back end, without you seeing, comes over here and puts it into these farms. And so these farms then are generating Cake with the money, or I should say the LP tokens that we put into it. Now, what are you doing with that? So when you come over here, let's uncheck this. Let's check Cake. Cake PNB. So 37.35% of total volume here, which it does not say how much it is. Let's see details. There you go. So $4,885,204 worth of LP tokens of Cake BNB is on the back end mining over here and getting 37.35%. Now, what is he doing with that? As it mines that Cake, and I think it has a threshold of like $200 or something like that. It actually takes that $200 that it mines, or every $200 it mines, and it sells the cake. And what does it sell it to? Well, it sells it to dogs and pigs, to my understanding. I don't remember which one it is, but I believe it goes to both. So all of these farms, when you go in here and you're mining the dog token, it is actually in the back end mining cake token, which then goes to buy dog and pig off the market and then burn it. So in essence, so even though dogs is inflationary, he's got a lot of mechanisms to make it deflationary. 1, you got the lockup. 1, you got the pairing. Or 2, you got the pairing. 3, you have staking in order to earn more. People are staking their dogs like crazy because it's the only way you can get pigs other than buying it off the market, which in my personal opinion is going to become pretty difficult because I think pig token, although it's only 269 right now, its all-time high was about 1,000. But I think this value is definitely going to be going up pretty soon. This thing just launched. You got to let all the people who wanted to sell. You got the people who wanted to buy. You got the weak hands. You got the diamond hands. You've all heard the terms before. But the big thing is that all of this, and that goes with all of these. So the USDC, USBSD, the over here, the DAO BUSD. So, let's just do another example here. So details, it's got 4.3 million. So DAI BUSD. Let's go over here. Let's go DAI BUSD. So 3% of this 4.3 million is selling cake and buying dogs and pigs and burning it. All the farms do it, which is huge in my opinion. In essence, it's kind of like a loaning protocol on top of everything. So with that being said, what have I been doing? What's been my play? So what I did early, Drip Garden. So if you go to the Drip Liberation contract, there's a whole nother platform called Drip. Drip is a faucet. You put in a certain value of BUSD, you get drip tokens. Those drip tokens can then be staked, and you get 1% a day until you reach 365% payback. If you compound that, you actually gain more. We can go into that into a different video. I've done videos on it before. However, if you wanted to get into the Drip Garden, which seems to be pumping, last I checked, let's see where it's at. Yes, it was just under 390,000. It's now just over 400,000. So it's still creeping up. Very high risk, high reward. It's kind of predicated on putting money in and then getting seeds. Once you have enough seeds, you can plant them. The plants generate you BUSD, drip, LP tokens. But it's been going pretty dang well. Anyway, so you can go over here. If you didn't want to go to the Drip Garden, you can go over here. You throw in some BUSD. It will then give you drip BUSD LP. What I did with that is I went over to the farms. And let's toggle this just to make it easier. And I put that into the drip BUSD farm here. And the reason I did that is, 1, it has a crazy high APY. 2, this is one of the only other farms on this site that will get me pigs. So this one will get you pigs, and this one will get you pigs. I'm going to refresh this real quick because it looks like that didn't load properly. So I am in the Drip Garden as well. So what do I do? So first thing to do is I come over to your Drip Garden as my plants are growing. I currently have $81.64 here based on my 420 plants. And that's about a day and a half worth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to harvest. Give it just a moment. Let's confirm that. We're going to give that a moment to come to fruition there. While you're over there, as I told you before, I do have some LP tokens on here. So I have my WBNB BUSD, my USDC BUSD, and my Cake WBNB. And what I do is this is generating me dogs based on this current value over here. So $86 per dog. I got 1.2 dogs over here, which is about $100. I am mining with that many stake tokens. Harvest. Let's collect these dogs. Confirm that. Let's harvest these dogs. Confirm that. Let's harvest these dogs. Confirm that. By now, we should have our drip BUSD from our Drip Garden popping up. So we hit plus. There it is. I'm going to deposit these LP tokens. And when I deposit, it will not only deposit, but it'll actually claim these pigs also. So these all updated. Boom, 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 boom. Those are all 0. Now keep in mind, each one of these is 4%. So 4% fee. So when you put in a value, for instance, down here, so this is a 4% deposit fee. So when I put in my cake B&B, 24.46, it was actually higher than that, and they actually took 4% of my total deposit, and that just goes to pay other people, pay fees, buy things, goes to different protocols for paying out and things of that nature. And that's actually where this BUSD vault comes into play. So all these buys, sells, deposits, all that kind of stuff goes to the BUSD vault. That BUSD vault, and this kind of goes back to my original point, pays out to what's called the pig pen. The more pigs you earn, or the more pigs you have, the more you earn from that BUSD vault. That BUSD vault pays out 3% to all pig holders within this pig pen. So it doesn't pay out a whole lot. I think that'll come. I think it's really predicated on volume. Obviously, the higher the BUSD vault treasury is, the more that 3% a day becomes. And then also the more pigs you have, because you want a bigger piece in the pie. The way to get a bigger piece in the pie is to get as many pigs as you possibly can. This pig token not only earns you BUSD from staking in here, but it's also part of the governance. The governance is still working. They're still working on bringing this up. I always try and click join here. It doesn't work for some odd reason. But this is also, if you have pigs and you stake it, you're part of the DAO. And that DAO allows you to help pick where you're going to go next from the platform and things of that nature. So I did harvest some pigs from one of the things. So if I go in here, every time I get pigs, I have 0.25 pigs from the farming, I just drop it over here. And where these pigs came from was my dog's staking, as well as my drip BUSD farming. So we'll let that do its thing, and actually just reminded me, because actually I did not claim here. These are my single stake pools. So this earned me dogs. Let's collect these dogs. Confirm that. If you stake dogs, you actually earn pigs. And in this particular case, I'm going to show you kind of what it looks like. So again, if I add more dogs to this, so 2.815 dogs I've collected from all of these claims that I just did, which whatever that would be, 2.815 times current dog price, we'll just call it 86. So $242 for just over a day. I'm going to put that into my single stake dog farm here. I just do single stake personally. You can do the higher APY is dogs BUSD, but I didn't create that token. So once that goes in here, my dog staked value is going to go up, which will then begin earning me more pigs. And at the same time that's staked, it should collect pigs, which it just did. Come over here to the pigs. I'm not going to do it right now because I don't want to burn the gas fee, but I would then have a little bit more in here. I just forgot to claim it. And then I just keep earning BUSD. When I deposited those pigs into here, that BUSD shot automatically to my wallet. So that is kind of my tactic, to be honest with you. It does tie into drip. So just before I make this video too long, this 1% fee for going into the drip BUSD, which I get from the drip garden, or drip liberation. A drip liberation, if you're going to try and pair up drip and BUSD, do it through drip liberation because it costs you 0 fees. If you do it through PancakeSwap, it's a 10% fee. So definitely go through drip liberation here on the site. If you want to go drip garden, go for it. Try and compound as much as you can. I'm already in there. It's been running a while. Totally up to you. Kind of high risk, high reward at this point. Drip liberation will get you this automatically, though. You deposit it in here. But this 1% fee gets sent to the drip faucet over here. And this drip faucet pays people out in drip over time. So this is the one I was telling you about, that if you buy drip, you put it into this faucet, you get 1% a day up to 365%. And yeah, if you keep compounding, that 365% obviously goes up and it lengthens the amount of time that you're in there. So yeah, anyway, quick little tutorial of Animal Farm. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to create an Excel spreadsheet right now after I finish this video, because I want to try and track a little bit more of what the numbers look like, how much BUSD are you actually getting per pig based on circulating supply and things like that. So I'm going to work on that right now, but hopefully this made a little bit of sense. Hopefully it helps anybody who's just jumping in, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Everybody have a good day.